Hey, this is Frank Yosa, owner of FranklyMLS and the brokerage firm FranklyRealty.com. Yes, we're an actual full-service agency behind FranklyMLS. So today I want to talk about buyer agent commissions. A lot of people don't fully understand it because it's confusing, and some agents make it confusing because confusion is profitable, I've always said. But first, FranklyMLS now shows the buyer agent commission that's being offered. First site that I know of that does this. We try to provide you with all the data we find that we're allowed to show, and I just figured out that, hey, we're allowed to show this, why aren't we showing this? So I've added it to the spreadsheet mode. So when you do a search for anything like Arlington, on the far right, after the listing agent column, it'll say percentage offered to the buyer agent. Shouldn't you know it? Your buyer agent is being paid. So let's explain. So this tutorial about buyer agent commissions is most important for sellers, but also important for buyers, so it'll be worth it for both. When you're listing your place, you have to understand, a lot of people just lump the buyer agent commission and the listing agent commission together, figuring it's raining, so I'm going to put this hood on. They lump it together, figuring that, you know, all they care about is the total amount. Well, you should care about where the money's going. There was this one listing that we were competing on, and the client came back to us and said, oh, this agent is claiming to be a discount agent and they're claiming to do it for this lower amount. And I looked at it and I was amazed. They had sliced the buyer agent commission to 1%. So the buyer agent commission to 1%, the actual take home for the listing agent was $400 higher than us because they had an admin fee, which is a whole other bogus thing. They actually they have to now call it double commission because you can't call it an admin fee because of some class action suits. So this consumer had no idea, was completely confused by the process. And I said, if you didn't understand that, if they didn't explain that to you, what else are they not going to, explain to you? So you have to understand that the total commission is split up into two parts. And here's one line that I've heard listing agents say that I think is a little bit bogus. Well, both sides work equally as hard, so we need to make sure that the commission is the same for both. No! I mean, that might end up being the case, that's fine, but that's completely bogus. What the listing agent gets is completely different than what the buyer agent gets. The buyer agent is not paid based on how good they are. They're based on what is offered in the mass market. The listing agent, on the other hand, might be paid on experience, how good they are, or whatever their model might be. But some agents might cut their own commission, but then also cut the commission on the buyer agent side, so it seems like it's super low. Again, with this excuse of, well, if I'm making this, shouldn't they make that? No, night and day difference. So when deciding what to offer to the buyer agent side, a couple things to look at. One is, what is customary in the marketplace? Are you going to offer 20% less than the guy next door? Possibly, then that could be your strategy, but I would say about 50% of the agents are weekend warriors where they do one deal a year, two deals a year, and suddenly you're going to pay them 20-30% less. What's their motivation going to be to, send them to your house versus another house? At our company, the motivation is frozen because we have a buyer agency agreement that says we're going to be paid this amount. So it doesn't really matter. We actually like it when less is offered to the buyer agent because we end up getting better prices for our customer because fewer people, in theory, fewer agents will show the place. So it's actually, can be good for us. But do you want to offer? You might consider offering what's customary in the area. In Northern Virginia, 3% is 90% of the time 3% is offered. In other areas like DC or different price points, sometimes it drops to 2. But I've seen anything as low as 1 cent. Yes, a 1 cent buyer agent commission. Do you think your agent's going to show you that property? Well, they have to, but are they going to? I don't know. We love those properties because great. Everything will work out in the end because of the way that we work with our client. But our client will end up being the winner because fewer people will see the place, and fewer showings is good for us. Let's see what else I wanted to talk about. So yeah, look at what's customary. Then the other question is bonuses. Well, why not offer a buyer agent bonus? That is a possibility. I'm going to add another link to this blog post to a video that I did on CNBC about buyer agent bonuses. I don't quite believe in them. I think that the market is too consumer driven for an agent to be able to steer someone because of a bonus. But one could say that about reducing their commission. So who knows? Maybe an agent would be motivated to show you a house because of a bonus. Again, within our firm, we don't work that way. We don't accept buyer agent bribes, so they go back to the customer in the form of on the HUD-1. So now I'm really excited. FranklyMLS will be able to show this to you. So buyer agents, you can now, buyers, you can now see what your buyer agent is being paid, because they should be telling you anyhow. And also you'll start seeing patterns, such as short sales tend to be lower. Sometimes they say things like half, which you're actually not supposed to say. But it'll be lowered. Is your agent not showing you a short sale because the commission might be, 50% higher on a regular sale versus a short sale? You need to know that you're both on the same page. So again, my name is Frank Yosa, blog.franklyrealty.com. Hope you will subscribe to the blog as well as these videos, and leave a comment. Say that I'm, saying hogwash, you don't agree with what I'm saying, or that you heard that my blog post was recently reviewed in an ethics class for being unethical because I was talking about commissions. I love that stuff. Come out, leave a comment, because that's the best way to know that people are still listening. All right, thanks.